Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining our I Am Labs LinkedIn event. The event today, we are going to be sharing 4 key elements to manage your franchise's local social media. Who is I Am Labs? Who are we? I Am Labs, we're a digital marketing company, and we support franchisees from brands from Dairy Queen, Orange Theory, Dickey's Barbecue, Papa John's, Supercuts, and more. And we've been working with franchisees over the last 3+ years. And so we have found a lot of things as we kind of, meet franchisees and take a look at their social media pages. And these are things that we've seen, key areas that will help you, you know, with your local social media. So let's start off with number 1. Number 1 is one of the biggest things that we see with franchisees is either A, they don't have their page set up, or they have it set up, but it's not set up all the way. And so these key bullet points from name and bio to contact information to call of action are, and more are, things that we know that are going to help not only with connecting with your community, but helping you drive local traffic. And here's how we want to show you how this can be done. Now on this slide right here, you're going to see 2 different phones. There's going to be phone number on the left, and that is the Instagram page. And the phone on the right is going to be the Facebook page. And, we're pointing to arrows to, some of the key things that can be done to optimize your local pages. Number 1 is going to be the name. So having the right name for your local business is so important. So we know you have a really strong brand. Here we're sharing Dairy Queen. So Dairy Queen has, people when they're looking for their business in their local area and they're connecting with businesses like yours, the first thing they're going to do is look on Google and they're going to look on their social media. And how they're going to do that is they're going to start with the brand name, so Dairy Queen, and then they're going to look for their local city. This one is in Avondale, Arizona, so it's Dairy Queen Avondale. And it's going to be a simple search name that's going to help you populate quicker and faster versus just putting Dairy Queen and thousands of Dairy Queens pop up. Number 2 is going to be that profile image. Now, there's already a national page for most franchises. For example, Dairy Queen corporate already has their national marketing, their national Instagram page, their national Facebook page. So here it's important to keep the brand strong, but also localize it with city and state. This is going to be helpful when your users are looking for you and they see multiple Dairy Queens. They're going to be like, oh, right, this is my Dairy Queen in my local area. I want to connect with them. Number 2 is going to be your profile about section. I mean, I can't stress this enough to not leave this blank, to make sure it's welcoming. Like here, you'll see Hello Avondale on the left, proudly serving #Avondale. These little tidbits are so important because people want to feel like they can connect with you on social. And number 2 on the profile section is making sure you use emojis. So emojis are going to help break up all the wording. People hate to read nowadays. Everything's visual. So adding a few emojis is so important. And it really doesn't matter what kind of business you have and what kind of brand you have. There is an emoji for every business. And when people are in social, this just helps it make, again, more inviting. Number 2 is the kind of information you have there. Number 3, the kind of information you have there. What are you offering? What services are you offering? So for example, here, the products are important for Dairy Queen. So we have dip cones, blizzards. Some Dairy Queens have hamburgers, some don't. So you really want to make sure that the emojis match exactly what is being served in your location. And for Dairy Queen, another thing is delivery services, third-party delivery services. So for this Dairy Queen, these are the brands that they use and that their customers can go and be like, oh, I can just go to Uber Eats and I can quickly find my local Dairy Queen there. And the fourth thing for the profile about section is that, call to action. So, for Dairy Queen is one thing is having the link that goes right to Dairy Queen cakes if your Dairy Queen offers that. Or it's going to your local mini site, which is about your Dairy Queen location. For an Orange Theory, for example, it might want to go to that first, like book your first session. It really depends on what your franchise offers, but making sure you have a call to action link there that can connect your customer in your local area in that 3 to 5 mile radius to your business. The next thing I would say is making sure they know how to get a hold of you. It's so important that you either have your phone number, you activate the message now. There's an email address, making sure there's an accessible way for your community to connect with you is key to this whole thing. Because if there's a complaint or there's a request or they want to hire, being able to be accessible on social media and they know how to get a hold of you, it's going to make your page more professional. And on top of that, it's going to make it welcoming and they're going to want to interact with you. And the last thing I would say is just having your hours of location, your details, all of what your operation details are, when you're open, when you're closed. Those little details are so important. Having the address there so they can, see when they can come to your business, see when you're closing, maybe they're about to close. And they can just connect and understand what's happening in their local area with your local business. Number 2, this is the second thing I would say that we see franchisees really miss the mark. And it's not your guys' fault. And it's not even if you're a franchisee or a manager or, a cousin helping out the franchisee. But we really see the fact that social media becomes very inconsistent. And with social and your business, you need to be consistent. Just like when you look at, scheduling out your, employee schedule or when deliveries are going to come in and when things are going to get picked up. This is just as important as that, because the last thing you want to do is forget to post, forget to connect with your community, forget to tell them about a special offer, maybe even forget to tell them about a product or service that is new or a tip or a trick that can really engage with your community. Making sure you not only plan your content, design your content. You can do this all at once. You could spend a couple hours, you could spend a day, but really thinking about the next month ahead or 2 months ahead or the quarter ahead is really thinking about what are those things that are important for my business and that I really want my community to know about. And so here we're showing you this schedule because once you plan your content, you can schedule it within Meta, you can schedule it. There's multiple third-party scheduling applications. And these are crucial because it's going to help you not forget to post something. You can also schedule things on multiple platforms between Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google. This is huge. So you don't have to be, wasting your time. We know you're busy as a franchisee and your time is precious. As every business owner, your time's precious. So this is going to help you not only, minimize time, it's going to help you keep organized, keep connecting with your community, and it's going to help you post consistently. This is the third area that, we would like to kind of share with you guys is about engagement and interaction. This is, we, again, franchisees, your managers, your assistant managers, your front desks, they're busy. You guys have a lot on your plate. So when it comes to Google, this is where one area where interacting and responding to reviews is key. This is not only going to help you with your local SEO and making sure you're keeping your local Google My Business page active and, being used. It's super important because you're connecting with your community here. Someone took one of your, let's say, and again, a Dairy Queen or an Orange Theory, or here we have a Dickey's Barbecue, someone in your community that went to your business, stopped, they took time, and they actually went and spoke about your business in the digital world. And whether we like what they said or what they didn't say, or, what they did say or what they didn't say, whatever it is, whether it's a good review or a bad review about your business, they still took time out of their busy day to talk about your business. So, a lot of times, I would say 99% of the time, we don't see owners responding to their Google reviews. I mean, if someone came into your business and talked to you directly, what would you say? If they're like, I loved your food, the cashier was amazing, your front desk is awesome, the coaches at Orange Theory, God, you picked the best coaches, you would say thank you. And a lot of times, and like I said, like more than 90%, those don't get responded to. And this is not a bot. Like, it's making sure you go in and you actually say, thank you so much for the review. Thank you for the 5-star review. Thank you for the 4-star review. The other thing that is, if you don't like the review, is, responding anyways, saying, hey, we're sorry you had a bad experience at our business, sharing your email, sharing the manager's email. We'd really like to talk to you about this and, solve the problem. The other thing that can happen with Google reviews is just, is not being on them and responding to them in less than 24 hours. So it is crucial that you get to those reviews on a daily basis. Do not miss a review. Do not miss reviewing your Google page every single day. This is where more than 80% of search is happening, is in Google. And this is where you need to be in Google. Not only is Google, it's Google Maps. So everything that you do in your Google My Business page affects your Google Maps page. And this rating is so important, again, because this is where people are searching. This is where people are looking for their local businesses, that they want to know more about it. So really, investing in this area is key to your business and your local search. Now, there's the social media side of it. There's Facebook and there's Instagram, there's TikTok. These 3 platforms, gosh, if I could just think about all the times I've reviewed a Facebook, Instagram, TikTok page with an owner, with a manager, and said, hey, maybe you're posting, but look at all the comments, or look at one comment, even if it's emoji, and no one is responding to them. Again, it is so important just for a quick interaction to respond to your community. And don't wait a week, don't wait 2 days. It's responding within less than 24 hours. Again, this person that went to your business, or that's interacting with your business and connecting with your business in the digital world, and is actually like saying something, even if it's an emoji, it counts. Even if it's a thumbs up or a high five, it's important that you respond to them. And you can be fun with that response, and just being active and knowing what's happening and knowing what your community is saying. And this is super, super important. It doesn't matter what is happening with your business. The biggest thing is that I like to remind franchisees is not only are your customers writing reviews on your local Google page, commenting and sending messages on your Facebook and Instagram page, they're spending time and they're engaging with you. And it's important that you stop and you spend time in your day to respond to them, because you would definitely do this if it was in person. Now, number 4, this is that fourth element, that fourth key that, oh gosh, maybe you have your page set up, maybe you have your profile page set up, you're, responding, you're posting, you've got all of that, but you're lost in ads. Well, you're not alone. Most businesses in general have a really hard time with ads. It's a huge, complicated world. I mean, there are experts out there that are consistently and constantly learning about ad platforms because it's always changing. The platforms are changing, the rules are changing. And so it's really easy to kind of drop this one to the side. But what I can say about ads is it's a crucial part of your business. And again, it's something that has to be consistent as well, because it's going to help you expand your local reach. And that's going to go beyond just a post that you scheduled in Meta. It's going to be something that's going to give it more oomph. You're able to target and geo-target your local audience. You can put that 3 to 5 mile radius. You can, put your buyer personas details. You can, really think about how you're going to drive traffic to your location. And when you have that localized profile image, that localized profile name between your Facebook, your Instagram, your Google page, your TikTok page, once you get to the ad section and, your customer gets a Blizzard ad in their local area, they're going to look right at what that profile name is. And they're going to be, awesome, I'm hungry, I'm going to go to my local Dairy Queen. So this is so important to make sure you have, the ad strategy as a part of your social media strategy. Because right here, and you don't have to spend a lot, but right here is how you're going to actually target and get in front of all the noise in social media, is being active and having that strategy here. And on this next slide, right here, it's going to show you like little key tips and tricks on how to make sure your ads are successful. And so one of the things that we do at IM Labs is we really think about the whole package. And it doesn't matter what business you have within the franchise world, whether it's a salon, a Dairy Queen, a restaurant, fast food, or a studio like Orange Theory. We know you're all different, but we know some of the key elements that's going to really drive traffic. So number 1 is having a really bold caption, making sure it's clear, adding emojis. People hate to read. And so making sure you have emojis and that it complements what you're offering in the ad. Obviously, one of the biggest things that's important is the visual, making sure they know what you're offering. For example, on the left, you can see that there's actually 2 offers happening. There's the $3 off any haircut service, and then there's the $5 off a color service. So this is going to target whoever needs one or the other. And then if you like, even on the right side with the Orange Theory one, it's super clear that it's the final month. So they have to act now. So making sure there's that urgency, that's super important. You know, on the right, you can see that it's bold, that the phone number's there. And this is super, super important to be clear and concise in your visuals. They know when they get there that this is Supercuts, this is Orange Theory, whatever your franchise is, that your brand's there, the colors are there, that you're, you know, being on brand, the voice and tone, and that what you're offering is super, super clear, and that it looks professional as well. Now, you're going to see down here below is the headline. This is, I mean, this can be easily missed, but it's important to have a really short headline. So when they kind of drop down after the visual, they're going to look at that headline, and then they're going to look at the call to action. So this is important because, like, on the left, you see the headline is like holiday glam. You know, this is important because we want to target people and get them thinking, oh my gosh, I have to start getting my hair cut. I have, you know, office parties and holiday events for my family or my, you know, kids soccer, you know, team. It's important that we want to like get them to start thinking about taking care of themselves in this one. Okay, you should book now because, you know, spots are going to fill up. Now with Orange Theory, it's learn more. And we actually, that call to action is taking them right to their mini site where that person that is interested in their business can easily book their first studio visit. You know, these things, these little points within the ad strategy are so important because it all around is how you're going to get really strong conversions and how you're going to boost your sales. And that is it in a nutshell. Everything we wanted to show you. You know, again, IM Labs is here to help you if you have any questions. We would, you know, love to, you know, schedule a meeting with you. If you have more detailed questions about your local franchise or franchises that you have, if you're a multi-unit franchisee, you know, we've been doing this for a long time now, and we're here to help you with anything you need. So we look forward to talking with you soon. Thank you.